recorder on now because I'm on the side of the road which might see me get lifted. There we got Lancashire Police. We've got two OSU vans on the left hand side of the road. I don't know if you take your life into your own hands these days by walking on this side of the road. We'll soon see, won't we? This place is pretty bleak these days. We've got van number 4, van white number 4 there. Hiya. Smile, say hello to mum. They're all smiley these days. Love it. 5 people actually maintaining the bell mouth. Good morning. How are we doing, Sergeant? You alright? How are we doing? 3992. Morning, 5890. Morning, 3783. How are you this morning? It's about to rain though again, isn't it? And it's right in your face on the bell mouth, isn't it?
Alright, I've got this.
Have you got your visor on? That's alright then. 3805. How are we doing this morning? We alright? Yeah? How's your day?
Not too bad, thank you.
It's alright, not too bad.
Rain, so about to get very wet, I think.
What are we guarding here today? Just what are we guarding along here? Just sorry.
Making sure everyone's safe.
Everyone's safe from. Is it sure that everybody should be safe from quadrilla? 3805. It's all automatically switched off. Sarge, can you tell me what we're guarding here today? Yeah, sure. What we're guarding just at the moment. Just interested in asking a question, Sarge. I mean,
Do you mind just moving out of here? We don't mind standing to the one side.
sure, yeah. I just wondered if I could speak to you as a member of the public, Sergeant. No. Did you hear that the schedule fee is £75 per hour, Sergeant?
Moving down this way.
Yeah, do you want to come and have a chat to me, Sergeant?
I'm busy.
What are you busy doing, Sergeant? Sergeant, what are you busy doing?
It's my officers. Keep
So-
moving, thank you.
Can I film you speaking to your officers? Is that okay? 3805. He said he was busy speaking to his officers. Sarge, can we just have a few words? Why is that?
You're walking down this way, please. You're blocking out. You're on the highway here.
Blocking the highway?
Yes, you are.
Am I not where you stood?
I'm inside here.
Oh,
Keep
so if I
walking.
stand inside here, that'll be okay then?
Confusion! It's such a terrible shame. Confusion! You don't know what you're saying.
It's a governmental request from Lancashire Constabulary and 15 other constabularies have amalgamated at this point to make sure we're all safe. The 15 other constabularies at the moment junction.
He's
Okay.
asked you to come out of the junction a few times now. It's for your own safety.
Okay.
If you
Is
just
it
stand over that side.
okay? So I'm just pointing at the junction now. Apparently, it's not safe at the junction.
Because
Sarge,
there's vehicles coming in and out of the
Sergeant,
junction.
sorry, Sergeant.
Keep on walking down this way.
Okay, you don't need to touch me,
I've told
Sergeant.
you
I can
to-
move. I
Well,
can move.
You're not moving. I'm
No, but
asking
no,
if you can
I'm.
move. Just down here, please.
You only just told me.
Yes. Go on then.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, no problem. That's
Thank
fine. So, could you tell me what you're guarding, Sergeant?
You're here on a daily basis. You know why we're here.
The people aren't here on a daily basis, though, Sergeant. This is for them. Some people need answers. The local community that said no needs answers, and you guys are actually sort of facilitating something that you have knowledge of that we don't. Therefore, just a few answers for the people watching.
No.
Where the sergeant stood at the moment and one of the constables 3793, that's apparently where I'm not allowed to stand. It's called a junction, according to the constable. I'm perfectly fine stood here. There my feet. Here, I'm just stood here, right at the end here. It says no entry. That's fine. People keep entering. I've had a word with the sergeant again. Yeah. It's quite confusing. It's quite confusing for you guys, but it's quite confusing for us as well, because Sergeant reminded me that we're here every day on a daily basis. This is what they're protecting my safety from. Okay, there we go. 2 suits. So at the moment we do believe that they're not workers and they may be coming to have a look at something that may have gone awry.
Confusion! It's such a terrible shame. Confusion. You don't know what you're saying.
So there was pulling pipes out yesterday at the rate of knots. 90 something pipes came out of there yesterday, bent pipes also, with more than a 1 degree angle of a bend on, at 240 meters. Here we've got one of the pillows. These are the train negotiators who withdraw when there's any violence. I think he may have good morning.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So we get short, sharp shrift from here, guys. We're going to head out into the middle of the road and show you where it's safe to stand and where it's not safe to stand. So we've got people on the edge there. We've got the sergeant there now, who's made a move. Now I've moved, and we'll just go and cover these people.
We're standing here.
Yeah, that's right.
You'll just shift us out of the way. I think that's a threat.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you not?
But you will get moved unless
Don't
you
be,
go across the
don't
road.
be.
threaten me.
I'm not walking
situation.
nowhere. We're not walking
I'm not
nowhere.
threatening, I'm just
You
telling you
are.
what's going to happen.
You will be moved.
It's not a threat.
I'm not going nowhere. We're standing here.
Your family.
We don't mind just moving out of here. We don't mind standing to the one side.
Sure, yeah. I just wondered if I could speak to you as a member of the public, Sergeant. No.
Fine,
You
you
will
don't
be
want to
moved
do.
standing on the side of the road. What would you feel about that?
At present, now I think the PLO will withdraw, and the sergeant will then act up on the PLO's gathering time.
How's it for our safety? We're standing here. We're not doing on. I'm standing on a grass
I'm
here.
about that, I'm about your safety.
I'm on a grass here.
The thing is, this is a highway. You shouldn't be stuck here.
No.
It's not a highway. This looks like a highway. This looks like a grass pitch. It doesn't look like a highway. Does it look like a grass pitch? It looks like a grass pitch. It doesn't look like a highway. It doesn't look like a no. Why should we listen to you? Why should we listen to you? No.
Confusion. It's such a terrible shame. Confusion. You don't know what you're saying.
So at the moment, we're getting hassled by the PLO's been given orders to come and negotiate to get these guys moved.
What are your
intentions?
Standing here.
What are your intentions, PLO?
To move us. Throw us in the road.
As you can see at the moment, there's nobody blocking the highway. They're on the corner of what even is the cycle lane. Some are on the verge. Nobody's in the cycle lane. Nobody's blocking anything. The PLO's been sent over on a mission to negotiate
happy where you are at the
upon the
moment?
sergeant's instructions.
You're happy?
I'm not doing that.
You're not prepared to go across the road?
No.
Right.
1533, can I just say before you actually say anything else on that radio that I've just had a lengthy conversation with the sergeant trying to determine where I was safe and where I wasn't.
Yeah.
He didn't give me any sort of consistent answers. He
Right.
moved me away from the middle, told me to stand on this side.
Yeah.
So I was stood next to the officer 3793.
Fair enough.
Okay, and he never moved me. He said as long as I wasn't in that middle. But now he's also got you guys to come over here and hassle these guys in the cycle
Well,
lane,
let me
not
say,
even on the verge.
This is from the hierarchy.
This is
alright?
from the hierarchy, as in
So-
bronze.
Well, yes.
So the
from-
sergeant 2806
Well,
is informed
I
bronze.
can't vouch for him, but what I'm saying is certainly the central reservation and the pavement is absolutely fantastic, not a problem. But here or any place within this entrance isn't.
Well, it's not about our safety then, is it? Because we're safer here than we are in the
Well,
middle,
it's
aren't
been
we?
it's been decided that is
Decided
the
by
case.
who?
It's a load of
But
rubbish.
also the
Subjective judgment. We're human beings.
Yeah.
We're not causing any fuss. We're not causing any hassle.
Yeah.
We're not blocking anything. We're not obstructing anything.
yeah. I
So
get that. I won't
the whole
disagree
thing
with
now,
you.
from the bronze command, have
Yeah.
you relayed back to the bronze command what effect we are having by stood on this side of the verge?
I will
Have
do.
you relayed that back? Could you do that, please?
I've already done that.
Because if he's giving them orders to take us out of the way, I mean, on what grounds and what are we
We
obstructing?
obstruct the highway.
But we're not. How can we obstruct the highway?
Well, it's within the confines of what's been decided.
But you know that that's not right, don't you?
Well,
You know that that's not a
that is-
legitimate
that
obstruction.
is the situation.
But you're told to actually unlegitimately move us.
You're on the road, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm not on the road. Yes, you are.
There's a lane there, isn't there? You're in it.
Cycle lane, it's a real
All I
vehicle.
can ask, all I can ask is that at some point,
You know the law of wheelchairs.
If a cycle comes this way now, it can't get
Do you know the law of cycle?
Wheelchairs can go in cycle lanes.
No, you're talking out your phone.
cycle
You
you are right.
can't get past you. You standing it.
However-
You can't get past it. You standing it.
So if I'm right,
highway, the
if I'm
highway.
right in what I say,
You are right what you said.
Why are you
However,
treating me
there is an add-on for that. At the moment,
The
the fencing that goes down to the left-hand side is deemed to be within this junction, and so it's a highway for the purposes of the vehicles that are coming in here.
but the
So
vehicles
therefore
aren't
Nick-
coming in on this
so
side, are
therefore
they?
Nick will be obstructing, and that's the way they look at it.
I'm not obstructing the highway.
But what you're saying is
Absolutely, I'm not
is the
here to
right
cause
thing.
trouble, I'm not here to obstruct, I'm just here to literally take some film,
Yeah, I
take
get
some
that.
footage,
I understand
and then
that.
go back.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy actually just come and got just harassing me just for being over there. I just wanted to speak to you guys, that's all. For Maple Indie Media, if that helps.
Yeah, I get you. Get it.
Yeah.
I understand that.
All I wanted was to ask the sergeant what he was guarding, why he was here,
Right.
how he felt about being here today. And he completely blanked me, just pushed me out of the way, you know? That's all I wanted. I'm not here to cause trouble or
No,
fall out
I
of any of you
understand
guys,
that. I understand that.
you know? Just documenting it really from a daily
I'll make
basis.
sure what you're saying is documented as well.
Please would, if you would relay that back to the bronze,
I will
yeah,
do,
please.
definitely.
Yeah,
And
nice
I'll
one.
let you know when I've done it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks.
Can I ask you guys, please, to come across?
I'm not old.
Or at least
I'm on a
to the central
grass pitch.
reservation.
I'm on a grass pitch.
That's all I can
I'll
ask.
be instructing on a grass pitch.
Right.
Look at all the coppers doing it there. How
I know,
can people
John,
get
but
on past on the
you know
bikes?
what's going to happen.
Yeah, but they can't get past on the bikes. People can't get past on the bikes, so
Yeah,
it's not us.
at the moment,
It's not
that's
us
the
doing
way
it.
that
It's you doing it.
legislation
It's not us.
is used, isn't it?
We're not
I
doing
know
it.
you don't agree.
Earlier on I had a conversation with the sergeant who said as long as I wasn't in the middle of that actual bell mouth, as long as I was to this side, I was okay. Now all of a sudden the inconsistency in policing is being shown right through. So this has come from the Bronze Command according to the PL team, that we're actually, at the moment, where we are, just here, we're blocking the highway. Nick actually spoke to the guy regarding wheelchair rules within the cycle lane, but the guy didn't want to listen, didn't even want to break into that contract. So he just accused us of not listening at all.
Fargo, isn't it? Is it Fargo?
It could well be.
I don't know your first name.
It could well be.
Right, Chris. Hopefully I've satisfied some of your questions that you weren't getting answers to a degree.
You've satisfied my questions to a degree of being
yeah.
so inconsistent, it's just confusing.
Yeah, I understand
Basically, you've said that I was right. Okay,
But yeah,
you've
but
told me that I was right,
You're
but
right
in
and
effect,
wrong at the same time.
okay, so I'm right and wrong.
You're
How
right.
is that possible?
You're right, as in the cycle lane is a legal way of transporting oneself. However, in this particular situation at the moment, we can't.
But I'm 100%
ourselves-
right. When I look at
You
when
are,
I look at this
you
guy
are.
here, look on the
Yeah.
verge, I'm 100% right.
Yeah, but
saying
this is-
he's not blocking
This
the
is
highway.
deemed to be
What I would just mention is that
a highway.
that's obviously got an injunction on it, so
Can't be, all right.
we're very
Can't
careful.
be.
It's got an injunction on it. He's not breaking the injunction,
But
though,
I'm
is
just
he?
saying, I don't know what the injunction
You
is.
don't
I'm
know.
just
So
telling
why are you using phrases when you don't know?
you. I'm just letting you know there's an injunction on
You
it.
just said I don't know. So you're telling me there's an injunction on something, but then you're telling me what? When I ask you and inquire about it, you say I don't know.
For people not to go on it.
So where's the injunction go to? Can you show me? Oh, on that piece of paper there. So you don't know. So you're telling us there's an injunction, but you don't know where the injunction starts or ends.
Harris fencing,
To the end of the Harris fencing.
I would suspect.
You would
So beyond
suspect.
the
So you
fencing,
don't know.
I would suspect that.
So you don't know if anybody's on the injunction at the moment.
I'm
Then.
just, all I'm doing is giving a bit of polite advice to say there may be an injunction on it.
I know, but I'm sorry, but your polite advice is like offering me a sandwich when I'm thirsty because it's doing nothing.
I'm only trying on.
You're trying to lie to me and just feed me full of bull, really. That's all. Well, you're basically palming off the law. You're palming off. You are. You're palming off the law.
I'm telling you, there's an injunction on it. Why is that lying to you?
You know when you.
Is there or is there not an injunction?
You know when you have a conversation with somebody, it's reciprocal. So you leave gaps for them to answer. So if I could answer, okay, you're basically telling me there's an injunction on this land.
I'm asking
But
you,
you
is there or is there not an injunction on the land?
You're doing it again.
That's all I'm asking. I'm asking you a question.
Does he let people talk back?
That's all I'm asking.
Right, can I say something now? Are you sure? Are you sure you're not going to intervene as soon as the moment I start speaking? Okay, you're telling us there's an injunction on this land.
Yeah.
You can't tell us where. So how do you know there's an injunction on this land?
I'm asking you.
'Cause you've been told.
I'm asking if there's an injunction on the land.
You're asking me now.
I'm asking you a question.
Oh,
He's on the land,
so
not
you're
yet.
asking me if there's an injunction on the land? I don't know. It's not my land.
Okay.
Why would I know that?
The sign here.
Well, if there's a sign there, I haven't read it. But have you?
But I'm telling you, there's an injunction.
You're telling me now. You was asking me a minute ago.
I'm just giving you some advice. So I'm not. As we're going back.
Oh, it's
to where we
advice
were-
now. Which
going
is it?
back to
Asking, telling, or
Going
advice?
back to where we were before.
Where was we before?
Am I or am I not lying to you?
I think you are, yeah.
Right,
Because you
I'm
don't
not
know what
lying
you're
to
saying.
you, but there's an injunction on the land.
Okay, well, you've told me. You're asking me. You're advising me. Now you're telling me.
I'm not lying to you.
I don't know. You're confusing me, mate.
I'm
Are you
not
asking me,
lying to you,
telling me, advising me? What are you doing?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, I'll leave you with that.
Confusion, it's such a terrible shame. Confusion, you don't know what you're saying.
It's a bit of advice, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't get to speak.
Look into it. or
I haven't
not.
got to speak so far. 6997. He doesn't give me a chance to speak. He doesn't know whether there's an injunction on the land, or he does know. He told me, he advised me there was an injunction on the land. No, he asked me if there was an injunction on the land. No, but then he told me there's an injunction on the land. Then he actually told me that he wasn't lying
Just
to
to let
me.
you know that in the not too distant future, there's going to be a 5-step appeal.
Okay.
You, some of you, or you might know what that is.
If you don't know what a 5-step appeal is, a 5-step appeal is an ethical appeal put into place by the actual constabulary from Barton Moss.
Following that,
You'll
you'll be moved.
on a glass verge. They're standing here doing absolutely nothing.
As long
Can you just tell us, PLO, we haven't obstructed anybody entry point or exit point from the compound, have we? We haven't obstructed any vehicles, we haven't obstructed any cycles.
No, I understand. You haven't, no, whilst I've been here. However, whether you obstructed anybody or not physically at the moment is an immaterial matter. Because under the piece of legislation that's been used, it doesn't matter whether you've actually obstructed.
Oh, so it doesn't matter whether
It's a
obstructed,
theoretical obstruction.
but you're going to move as an
Well, that's the
arresters.
legislation that
Okay,
incorporates
so
that in-
you're going to move as an arresters on the grounds that we're obstructing,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter. We're not physically obstructing. It's just something that they've
Well,
said.
you're
You're going to be arrested for standing here.
It's
So
theoretical obstruction.
theoretical.
in the
How
piece
can you
of legislation
theoretically?
that's been used.
So basically, what you're doing is.
So it doesn't matter whether you actually stood in front of a vehicle or not. The fact you're here is obstruction.
So when did that law get changed?
It's never been changed.
So when did that law get implemented?
Well, it's been implemented now.
From whom?
Well, what do you mean by from who?
Well, from whom? Who do you take your orders from?
Well, it will be implemented by the officers that move people if that's necessary.
The officers that move people.
Yeah.
Is there a moving team then? Have they got on their van that says officers
there
that
will
move
be,
people?
I mean, yes.
Can we have a bit more of a technical answer than that, please?
Every police officer can move somebody if they want to.
Yes, but where from
they-
high up? Can I ask you who implemented?
Command.
Okay,
Yeah.
but Bronze Command. There's a
Bear with me
gold
a second.
command above him, isn't there? So we're not being arrested for obstructing. We're being arrested for theoretically obstructing.
Confusion, it's such a terrible shame. Confusion, you don't know what you're saying.
Sir?
We're going to go and stand on the other side of the road.
Oh, so we know what that
What
means.
advice we've given
know what
you.
that means.
We've tried our best.
We know what
We're
that
gonna
means.
Stand over there.
You're going to stand over the other side of the road, and these are going to rag us out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You get that? So they're going to rag us out of the way now.
I'll just say one last time before it gets to the point of 5-step appeal. All I can do is appeal to you to go consider going across the road. Or you can even stand in
Can I just ask one question before you go?
Yeah.
Are the team that move people going to come in now?
Well, at some point that may well happen.
Who
unless
are
you
they?
move yourselves.
Who are they?
Sorry?
Could you tell us who they are so we
I
could
don't know who's
liaise
going
with
to
them?
be. Your colleagues of mine. Yeah.
That's all I eat. Is it? Is that yours? Is it?
We're just advising you polite. That's all we can do.
I'll not tempt anybody across before the next stage. I'll say that as a no.
I'd just like to know what
Well, I've already told you. I can't keep saying the same
Defence
thing.
have committed.
Yeah, I've told you already.
You tell me when you that information. If you want to speak to us, we'll be over the other side of the road. Alright, that's all we're doing.
So basically what they're doing now is they're withdrawing because they...
All we can do.
What am I obstructing and what
So
is
we'll be over there.
obstruction?
When the officers come to speak to you, if officers come to speak to you,
You answer me them two questions.
we're just giving you advice that the command structure
Alright, as a
believes
police officer,
by
you answer
being
me
in the
one
bell
question.
now or being in the area
Can you
and
answer me
here,
one question?
there may well be.
Alright, I understand all that. Can you answer me one question as a police officer? What is
Tell you.
theoretical obstruction?
Well,
What law?
tell you.
What law is it? What law is
I
theoretical?
think what he's trying to say is that there's likely to be an obstruction, isn't there? By being in the area, I think that's what he's trying to say. There may be.
Confusion! It's such a terrible shame. Confusion! You don't know what you're saying.
Actually, there's more than enough room to go through here. John's on the verge too. Elle's on the verge. Beautiful Planet Dave's on the verge. Just filming for their protection. As you can see, there's 5 of us. None of us are blocking anything, but we're theoretically obstructing, whatever that means. We believe it's inconsistent policing.
And on. And on. And on.
Hey, Sarge?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, not bad. How do you feel about being in Lancashire?
It's a lovely place, isn't it?
How do you feel about policing something that has the power to displace communities?
I don't really want to comment on it.
You don't? Is that a professional opinion or a personal one?
There's no opinion on it.
Non-opinion whatsoever. Okay, that's fair enough. Can't extract something that's not there, can we?
It's nice around here. It won't be for much longer.
It's lovely round here, Nick, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I've lived here 36 years. I love it. No bonsai nearby or a couple of miles.
It would be if it wasn't for this thing. There's a 2-kilometre exclusion zone in Australia, and you know what the density of this country is like. You think about anything that could be 2 kilometres away from a fracking rig, it's not possible. And they're campaigning for a 10-kilometre exclusion zone, and that's a massive country.
Where's that over there as well?
In Australia, yeah, there's a 5-mile stretch of bubbling methane river in Queensland, and that's what happens with a 2-kilometre exclusion zone. As we can see now, we've got vehicle either coming out or going in. Oh, we've got one coming out. There's no obstruction caused by us, none whatsoever.
Another one coming out. I think this is coming out this way, so let's see if it causes an obstruction in this one. Oh no, it's going the other way.
See, I think from the actual central middle of the road, it's more liable to cause an
We're all right
obstruction
to stand there,
yeah,
though.
yeah. But that's obstructing it completely, then, isn't it? Theoretically, Nick. Theoretically, though, mate, I could walk down there and get hit by a car. You know, going back to Maple Farm. Theoretically, my mum might ring me today because I haven't heard from her for a few days. You know. So we've got a couple of people in the middle of the reservation at the moment. The most ironic thing is the guys are actually told there that they're actually blocking or causing an obstruction, theoretically causing an obstruction. But we're allowed here, this specific point where you can stand in front of the gate and obstruct it completely, we're allowed to stand. So, confused.com, anyone? Yeah.
Confusion! It's such a terrible